So this is my French video on how to use formal or informal. Now, when you're using formal or informal in French, you either you have to think about whether you know the person, whether the person's older than you, they're younger than you, the same age, what sort of way you want to speak to them as well. So let's have a look at formal first then. So formal generally is somebody older than you, but not always. If you're an adult and somebody's older than you, then you might use the to form. Somebody might have used or asked you to use the to form and they're older than you. You might use it for somebody you don't know very well, or you don't know at all. And sometimes you might even use vous if you want to be disrespectful to somebody, so you want to be a bit more pointed to them. So for the singular and the plural, we use vous. Okay, so most of the verbs end in ez in whatever tense we're using. So to give you some examples, qu'est-ce que vous voulez? What would you like? Or literally, what do you want? Est-ce que vous avez? Or avez-vous? Or vous avez? Do you have? Alors, vous allez souvent en Angleterre? So you often go to England. Vous venez demain? Venez-vous demain? Are you coming tomorrow? So all of these could be singular or plural. And then for greetings, for vous, for formal, we'd either use bonjour or bonsoir. Quite formal. So some practice then. So this time, I want you to have a look at the sentences and the verbs in brackets. You might need to use a verb table if you're not quite sure with some of your verbs, and put them into French in the vous form. Now, it doesn't matter whether it's singular or plural because it's the same. So have a little go. Pause it now and have a go on your own, and then we'll go over the answers. Donc, numéro 1, vous êtes de Québec. Now, some of these could be questions as well. Vous êtes de Québec? Vous mangez le chocolat? Vous buvez le thé? Vous jouez au tennis? Vous faites des gâteaux? Vous habitez au sud de la France? Vous essayez beaucoup? Vous conduisez à droite? Vous avez besoin de quelque chose? Et vous pouvez aller. Now I put the E in there because you might want to say you want to go there. But vous pouvez aller en France if you're going to say something else at the end. Sounds a little bit odd just to put vous pouvez aller. Vous pouvez y aller. Okay, so informal, it's someone the same age as you or younger. Or if you're an adult, it might be somebody younger than you, but you know really well. If you don't know them very well, you might use the vous form. Or they may have asked you to use the tu or tutoyer. So you say, tu peux me tutoyer. You can use the tu form with me. Generally family. Sometimes with grandparents, they might use the vous form, but not always. And then someone that you know really well. This is kind of a generalization, really, but that's generally the rules that we stick to. So for singular, we use the tu form of the verb. And for the vous, as we've been practicing before, it's the vous form of the verb. For the plural. Okay, so some examples. Qu'est-ce que tu veux? What would you like? What do you want? Tu as or as-tu in the inverted form. Do you have? Alors, tu vas souvent en Angleterre? So you often go to England. Vous venez demain? And this is the plural form. Are you coming tomorrow? Qu'est-ce que vous voulez? What would you like? So this is from the top one. Qu'est-ce que tu veux? What would you like in the plural form? Vous avez or avez-vous? Do you have? And these ones you could bonjour, bonsoir, salut, hi, any of those for the formal ones. Informal ones, sorry. Okay, so practice. This time we're going to use just the you singular because we've had lots of practice with the you plural anyway. So same verbs, this time I want you to put it in the you singular form. Again, use a verb table if you need to. Use dictionary for some of the other bits. And then we'll go over the answers. Okay, numéro 1. Tu es de Québec. 2. Tu manges le chocolat. 3. Tu bois le café. 4. Tu joues au tennis. Remember, it's au tennis, not du tennis. Do for an instrument or for a sport. Tu fais des gâteaux. Tu habites au sud de la France. Tu essayes beaucoup. Now, essay can be spelled either way here. Oh, there's an S missing for that one. I'm sorry. It should be A-S-S-A-E-I-A-I-E-S with an S on the end, and essayes beaucoup. Tu conduis à droite. And tu as besoin de quelque chose. Et numéro 10. Tu peux y aller. Again, I put the E in there. You can go there, literally. Just going to come out and put that mistake right. Not there, there. So we've got all those answers now. Okay. Yeah, okay, so mastery test now. To go practice of either. So it's 10 to do. I've put what you need to use. I've also put the verbs that you need to use as well. Have a look whether it's formal singular or informal singular. Again, use your verb tables if you need to, or use a dictionary as well. Donc, numéro 1, vous voyez. Again, I haven't used the inverted form, so it could be voyez-vous, but I've just done the statement with raising your voices for most of these, for all of these. Tu ajoutes. Vous venez souvent. Vous allez avec votre famille. Votre fait your, votre famille. Vous croyez. Vous le croyez. If you're saying do you believe, full stop. In French, I'd put vous le croyez, do you believe it, literally. But if you're finished carrying on with do you believe in fairies, for example, vous croyez, and then fairies at the end, or whatever you're putting. Do you think it's difficult? Vous pensez que c'est difficile? Do you stay there often? So either tu y restes, there for y, or tu restes là, souvent, instead of the y. Do you like? Vous aimez? Do you visit? Vous visitez? And do you recycle? Tu recycles? Remember, all of these could be inverted. So voyez-vous, ajoutes-tu, venez-vous, allez-vous, croyez-vous, pensez-vous, etc. Okay? So hopefully you got the hang of that. Rewind back if you need some extra help. So this time we're going to have a go with some tenses now. So again, I've put whether I want it formal or informal, singular or plural, and you have a think of the tenses. Again, you might need your tense notes out. You might need your dictionary as well. Pause it now and have a go. And again, I haven't done it in the inverted form. I've only done the sentences in the statement form for questions. Bien, numéro 1. Avez-vous fait un gâteau? So it could be, vous avez fait un gâteau. So that's what I've written, vous avez fait un gâteau. But you could say, avez-vous fait un gâteau? Tu visiteras le château. Vous allez jouer au tennis. Vous avez bu le thé. Vous avez vu l'heure. Tu vas y aller ce soir. If we just put full stop, or tu vas aller ce soir au restaurant, if we're going to put, and then not put the E in there. Vous aviez repéré. Vous verrez ou vous regarderez la pièce. Tu as fait ou tu as préparé le dîner. Et 10, vous avez mangé la nourriture. Okay, so hopefully you got the hang of informal and formal, and a bit of practice for your tenses as well. Rewind back if you need to refresh your memories.